good, guys? It's your main man, Coach Richie Rich, Coach Babs, and welcome to the Think Strong, Be Strong channel. If it's your first time here, welcome aboard. Hit the like, subscribe, and share button. Leave a comment in the box below. If you're an avid listener, welcome back. Always appreciate your attendance. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your vibes and your energy. So thank you for showing up. I try my best not to go on too long today, but it should be an interesting one. It's all about how you can't change the outcome to things, but you can change how you choose to react to the outcome of things or to things when they're happening. So without further ado, let's get to it. Let's get to it, shall we? Hey guys, how you guys doing? So this week has been an interesting week, and I think this week is what's inspired today's video. And you know, like I said, it's a case of you can't control the outcome, but you can control how you choose to react to the outcome. I might have done a video like this already before. I might not have. Like, you know, I talk about it as it comes to me, and I believe it comes for a reason. So anyway, this week's been a very interesting week, work-wise and people-wise. Enough things have been happening for the realization of the fact that no matter how hard you try, you cannot make a situation that is going to play out a specific way different. Like, if it's going to play out that way, it's going to play out that way. Murphy's law, you know, anything that can happen will happen, you know. So same thing with people. You know, you could try your best to get someone to see you more than an option, for example, as much as you want. But the bottom line is, yeah, if they're going to be that way, they're going to be that way. But you know, you can't change that, no matter how hard you try, no matter how much it burns, no matter how much it frustrates you. You can't change that, but you can change the way you choose to react towards that. And I'll give you an example. So this week at work, it's been ridiculously crazy. So many things, you know, was happening. It was a Murphy's Law week. Anything that can happen will happen, you know. And there was just like systems would just go down, and people would ring up and then just kick off or not kick off and just ask why, and we'd fix it, and then all of a sudden there'd be another change, and that will cause another issue. There'll be another change, and that will cause another issue. And you know, I was having other stuff that was happening in the background as well, that I was like, you know, when you make up your mind to be super positive and super, you know, whatever happens, I got this, and then all of a sudden whatever happens starts to happen, and you're like, damn man, why are you being like this for, you know? And then today was like, you know, not the straw that broke the camel's back per se, but it was a case of, you know, about, you know, for the whole day my system was playing games. It was just, my system was just mucking around, you know, and the phone system wasn't working properly. And you know, it was like I would send a message to the powers that be to let them know what's going on. I was doing everything that you're supposed to do as a technician, you know, to fix the problem, because obviously I fixed these problems for other people and it wasn't working, and then I wasn't getting a response from the powers that be. And you know, I can be a very, very, you know, if I need to get something done, I need to get it done. Like, you know, stop faffing about, let's get it done, unless there's a legitimate reason why you're not responding. So you know, I was just sitting there for a good 20 minutes just doing this and just being like, don't get angry, don't get annoyed, take a deep breath, woosah, take a deep breath. That's what I was saying. And then it was just like, dude, you can't control the other side. You've done everything you can do from your side, and if they ain't got round to it, or if they don't think it's a priority, or whatever reason, whatever, that they've not got back to you, the bottom line is you've done everything you can do to that point. You cannot control what goes on up there. However, you can control how you choose to feel about it. Hence why I was breathing and being like, don't get angry, think positive, don't get angry, brush off the negativity, you know, because at the end of the day, if you allow yourself to get a kind of way that is detrimental to the goal at the end, the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to be super pissed off, you're going to be super stressed out, You know, you're gonna burn yourself out emotionally and mentally, and sometimes physically. Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, the situation is not solved, and now you've got two problems on your hands: the situation that's ongoing, and the fact that you feel like crap right now because of whatever. Do you know what I mean? So, the only thing I could advise, really and truly, is when a situation arises, and it'll arise in different areas. But when a situation arises and you are putting in the work and you are doing the most, and you feel like it is falling on deaf ears, or you feel like it's just a waste of your time or a waste of your whatever, or maybe it's just taken too long to flourish because not everything has immediate, you know, success rate. Some things you have to just keep planting and plowing and planting and watering, and then you know over time it will gradually, you know, come to fruition. Um, so you know you can't control that per se, but I would say control. You can look out for the way you react and take a deep breath and take a step out. I don't want to say turn your back on it, but step back from whatever it is and just let and have faith that everything you've done up to that point is going to yearn a result. And I have to say a result because sometimes it's not going to yearn the result you wanted for, but it will yearn a result. You know, it will tell you what you needed to know. I can be very, I guess, impatient about certain things that I really want when I really, really want it. If especially if I've been waiting for the longest time and I feel like it's, you know, right, just in reach, just you know, I can just grasp it. I can get a bit impatient, and I can over season what I'm doing. You know, when people just over seasoning stuff and that it's got too much salt or it's got too much this, and really you should have just left it with how it was, the original recipe, and just have faith that it's going to be what it's supposed to be. And that's simply because you know I'm too busy trying to manage and control the outcome. And the thing is, you can't control the outcome for everything. So when I don't go a certain way, I get mad or I get upset or I get distressed or I just it's not always a positive outcome, you know, a positive feeling because I want it. So look, now I just take a deep breath. Like I did it today, I took a deep breath and I didn't get frustrated. I didn't get angry. I just said, you know what it is. If it ain't working, I got 10 minutes left on my shift. I'll just write it out. I've done what I can do. Everybody's aware. So me getting mad, me getting frustrated, doesn't make anything work any better or any quicker. It's still gonna not be. It's still not gonna work. You know that goes for a lot of other things. You know, if you're in a financial situation, for example, and you know you can't physically do anything about it right now, but you're doing something anyway. You know, again, you know you're doing everything you can to a degree. So just you know, just control the way you react to it. Don't panic. I remember when I was like really struggling with money, and I had a situation where you know you'd get those letters through the door, and they'll be threatening letters and telling you about you know if you don't do this, you know this is what's going to happen, and you start panicking, and you start going online, and you start putting yourself in more debt. Bearing in mind you're working, you're trying your best, you know you're putting money into savings, but life has a way of other things happening that you can't you know you can't avoid. But I'd panic and you know I'd be like so stressed, and the bottom line is you know there really isn't much you can do. You can't control that side of things no matter how hard you try. You know it's a point where it's going to play itself out. So all I would so you know eventually when I'd eventually stop panicking, I just accept the fact of it is what it is right now. And when I saw how much stressing and frustrating myself wasn't solving anything other than increasing the levels of you know stress in me, I realized that you know what it is. You can't control the outcome of everything, but you can control how you choose to react to certain situations. You know, it's all part of balance as well. You know, the yin and the yang. You know, trials, tribulations, um, challenges, obstacles, as well as success, happiness, peace, joy, prosperity. Like there is no one without the other, you know, and you're gonna have things that are gonna happen in life, and they're there to help shape and help turn you into what you need to be moving forward, or turn you into what you need to be to tell other people so that they can have faith that you've overcome stuff. So, that's why I say you can't, you can only work on you and how you choose to react. And I think the one thing that's helped me is to understand the fact that there are going to be situations, there are going to be unexpected ones, and there are going to be expected circumstances that are going to appear in your life. And once you understand that, then I think you're taking the first step to being able to control how you react to certain things. The same way when something good happens to you, um, it's gonna come in an expected manner because you put in the work, and it's gonna come in an unexpected manner because you put in the work. Um, I don't think I need to tell you how to be when it comes to good news, because I think we already know how to be when it comes to good news. But when it comes to challenging news and character building news, look, man, you can try your best to outrun it, you can try your best to avoid it, but the bottom line is it's going to happen. That guy or that girl is going to continue making you feel like how you coming or going. You can't control the way they are. You can be as loving, as sweet, and whatever as you want to that person. If they're good, if they're acting that way, they're acting that way. A good thing that my mum always says, she says, "Do your best and leave it to God." Do you know what I mean? That's what she'll always say. Do your best and leave it to God. Do your best, leave it to the universe. Do your best, have faith that it's all going to fall through. And if it doesn't fall through, understand that it didn't fall through. Do you understand? And don't get upset. And if you are going to get upset, don't dwell on it too long. I was having a conversation with somebody a couple of nights ago, and we were just laughing and talking about the fact of you put in work to stay upset when something is stressing you out. Like if something didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen, or when something unexpected turns up and puts a roadblock in your plan, like if you allow the process of the emotion to flow, you get upset for a period, you're a bit stressed out for a period, and then you kind of just get used to it, and your body and your mind starts to flow. But then we as individuals, we actually make a conscious decision to revisit that feeling, to be stressed and frustrated about something. And it's like, that's work. Like, that is genuine effort that you could apply to something else. Do you know what I mean? You could apply it to the fact of, okay, so this has happened. It's not what I expected. I don't have the means to sort it out right now. I know I don't have the means to sort it out right now. Whatever it is knows I don't have the means to sort it out right now. So what I do need to do is try and sort it out. I understand that's what I need to do, so I'll just do what I can and have whatever conversation I need to have to make it happen. And just allow, if you feel pleasant, feel pleasant. It don't mean you've lost your mind. It just means you're choosing a more productive way to deal with the matter. I'm not going to say you're choosing a more positive way, because I'm not trying to be delusional, but you're choosing a more productive way, because when you're not stressed and you're not angry and you're not frustrated, you're more focused and you're clear-minded on what you can or can't do. But when you're in that frustrated state, that stressed out state, you ain't thinking straight, and then every answer is just making you even more and more madder, or even more and more stressed. So that's just an example. Same thing with a person. If he or she is messing around with you, and you know she's messing around with you, but you don't want to admit it because you're madly in love with her or in love with him, or you just see a future together with that person because you've never seen it before. That's cool. Do you know what I mean? You ain't crazy. You ain't mad. You put in the work. You've done your part to the most. Everything else you're doing is just rehashing. You're doing the same thing but in a different manner, and you're getting frustrated because you ain't getting the result you want. Take a step to the side, take a step back. Do you know what I mean? And if you really have to, turn your back. Do you know what I mean? But you can control your side. You can allow her to piss you off or him to frustrate your brain, or you can be like, all right, I've done what I need to do. You know what I'm all about. I know what I'm all about, but you still choosing to go on that way. Cool. When you're ready to make a decision, you come find me, because you know where I am. And then you carry on about your business, and you talk and if somebody else gets your attention, you get talking. Do you know what I mean? Get talking. Do your thing. Don't just stand there and just wait for someone to eventually get it, because their time and your time may not be the same time. You understand? And you probably have a goal and a deadline, and they don't. So, and it's the same thing in everything else. Do you know what I mean? Like, just focus on how you're going to react. Yeah, and just take charge of the way you want to react to it. Do you know what I mean? If you want to get mad and you want to get upset and you want to like kick up a fuss, then yo, that's your prerogative. Do that. But you know, you'll be tired and exhausted at the end. However, if you choose a different approach and you're like, yep, shit's happened, it's not really what I wanted, but you know what will be in the meantime. Let me just do what I can do, and then just have faith that everything else is going to fall into plan, because everything happens for a reason. And some situations are unavoidable, and maybe this is the path I'm supposed to take at the moment. If you just switch it up, one, you'll feel probably a lot more at ease. Two, you'll be able to come up with a clear plan, and you'll be honest with yourself as well and the situation. And you know what, number three, you just know that whatever will be will be. And some people, they can't accept that, but unfortunately it is what it is, which is why you can't always control the outcome of everything. And I say everything, I didn't say you can't control the outcome, period. There are some things, but then there are some things you genuinely can't control the outcome. It's going to run according to the way it's going to run, but you can control the way you choose to react. Just like when the system randomly went down, it just happened. Woosa, don't get angry, take a deep breath, do what you can do, and do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Anyway, I hope this video was informative. I hope you found it useful. Don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to drop a comment. I love the comments. Don't forget to share. Okay? Take it easy. Like I always say, live your life one step, one rep at a time. Think strong, be strong, and remember, impossible is nothing. Peace.